Imagine a love that transcends death, a betrayal that shakes the cosmos, and a quest that shapes the very beliefs of an empire. These aren't just elements of a gripping tale. They're the lifeblood of ancient Egyptian civilization. But why are these stories etched into the walls of the greatest pharaohs? How did the following of a deity grow from humble beginnings to temples stretching across the Roman Empire? And what happened to Osiris's lost body part? In this story, we'll explore all of these questions and more. Isis, or Aset, as known in Egyptian, originated from the Heliopolitan creation myth as the daughter of Geb, the earth god, and Nut, the sky goddess. Her story, however, began not with grand temples, but with modest beginnings. She was initially a deity of little mention, her name barely whispered in the oldest Egyptian records. Her worship likely began in the fertile Nile Delta, a land rich with life. Isis's name, meaning Queen of the Throne, symbolized her power, reflected in her throne-shaped headdress. Scholars like Kurt Seth and Henry Frankfurt suggested that Isis represented the throne itself, a divine authority to crown kings, but her influence extended far beyond Egypt, spreading into Greece and Rome, evolving her name from Aset to Isis as her reputation grew throughout the Mediterranean. How did this once obscure goddess rise to such prominence? In the heart of Egyptian mythology is the story of Isis, Osiris, and Set, a tale that begins with the gods themselves. Before Egypt's sand settled, there were the gods, including Geb and Nut. A prophecy from the god Thoth warned Ra, the sun god, that Nut's children would overthrow him. Fearing this, Ra decreed Nut could not give birth on any day of the year. Thoth, however, cleverly won 5 extra days through a gamble, allowing Nut to give birth to her children, Osiris, Set, Isis, and Nephthys. Osiris became the ruler of Earth, bringing order and civilization, while Set, his younger brother, embodied chaos and violence. Osiris and Isis, already in love, were married. Their union represented stability in the world. However, Set grew envious, plotting to overthrow his brother. During a grand feast, Set presented a beautiful chest and promised it to whoever fit perfectly inside. The chest was custom made for Osiris, and when he climbed in, Set slammed it shut and cast it into the Nile. With Osiris gone, Set seized the throne, while Osiris, trapped inside, floated to Byblos, where his coffin became embedded in a tree used to build the king's palace. Grief-stricken, Isis embarked on a quest to find and resurrect Osiris, laying the foundations for Egypt's burial rites. With help from her sister Nephthys, Isis found her husband's body, but Set, discovering her plan, tore it into 14 pieces, scattering them across Egypt. Undeterred, Isis searched and recovered all but one piece, Osiris's penis, which had been eaten by a fish. In a powerful act of creation, Isis made a replacement from gold, symbolizing the restoration of life force, and brought Osiris back to life briefly, long enough to conceive their son Horus. Horus would grow to challenge Set in a battle between order and chaos. Osiris, though resurrected, would not return to the living world, but became ruler of the afterlife, overseeing the dead. His story did not end with his resurrection, but symbolized eternal life, a testament that death was not an end, but a passage to another realm. Isis's role, however, was not confined to her love for Osiris or her power as a sorceress. She protected and raised Horus in secret, preparing him for his battle with Set. One of her lesser-known stories is that of the 7 scorpions. While fleeing Set's forces, Isis and Horus sought shelter in a village. A wealthy woman turned them away, but a poor woman offered them food and shelter. The scorpions, enraged by the rich woman's rejection, exacted revenge by stinging her son. In a show of mercy, Isis saved the boy, showing her power could bring both destruction and healing. As Horus grew, his struggle with Set was overseen by a divine tribunal. Though Isis's cunning helped turn the tide, her mercy towards Set at a critical moment nearly jeopardized Horus's victory, straining her bond with her son. Despite this, their relationship endured, and Horus was eventually declared the rightful ruler of Egypt. Isis, as both protector and mother, had guided him to this destiny. But Isis's story does not end there. Through her wit, she learned the secret name of Ra, the sun god, giving her immense magical power. By crafting a serpent to strike Ra, she offered to heal him in exchange for his secret name. Ra, in his agony, revealed his name, which Isis used to further her magical abilities, strengthening her son's claim and becoming one of the most powerful deities in the pantheon. The worship of Isis spread far beyond Egypt, across the Roman Empire and beyond. Her role as a mother, wife, and powerful sorceress resonated with people across time. Festivals in her honor celebrated her myths and her symbolism. Throne, wings, Ankh represented her protective nature and magical prowess. She became the embodiment of the ideal woman, with her legend continuing to inspire devotion throughout the ancient world. Though the story of Isis may conclude here, her legacy remains eternal. Her love, magic, and enduring spirit are symbols of protection and wisdom, echoing through the ages. Join me as we continue exploring the rich myths of the gods in the next chapter of the Mysteries of Mythology.